Sorry, I'm sat talking to myself.
Hello, mate.
I don't know if David's going to join. I think he might be on with Melter again. So do we want to make a start with Fuji?
Yeah, good morning. We got a call today from US customer SLEs. This is case number 103470. This issue was a broken LAN cable inside the umbilical. So the case was marked as critical. So I almost placed an order for the umbilical cable itself right away, but I canceled it because then I first sent an email asking the customer to provide a photo. So how they broken, so we can understand exactly how the cable is damaged. So depends on that if the umbilical really needs to be replaced, then I think we should go ahead and order it. Now about the entitlement for this customer, plan contracted legacy support plan, blah blah. So we have lifetime part, 100% discount. So I'm not sure if a signed quote is needed or not. In the past history, we didn't ask for one. Also, this is the umbilical from the SLEs. There is a part number just for LAN cable, but not listed as an FRU part. So even if only the LAN cable is broken, we might have to replace the entire umbilical. So
Yeah.
which seems excessive. So I try to find matching the LAN cable part number from another part number, but I couldn't find anything that fits. So I'm kind of stuck here, wondering how we should move forward.
Well, at the end of the day, if they give us evidence that the umbilical is damaged in any way, then we've got to replace the whole umbilical, Fuji. But you're right in the fact that the umbilical is classed as a lifetime part. They have 100% discount on lifetime parts under their entitlement, and therefore we first need proof and need to agree that that umbilical is required. So I think the way you're going is correct.
Okay.
You just need to wait for that information back to evidence that the umbilical is damaged to that point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I think the LAN cables, you have two, one for the fluid and one for the data. I think you cannot request it separately. You need to change the umbilical, but sometimes if the Ethernet connector is just broken, I don't know if you can repair it because it's not, as you said, Fuji, it will cost a lot of money to replace the umbilical only for a connector, probably.
I agree, but we can't have every single subcomponent as an orderable part number either, can we? That's the issue, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you've got any choice on that, Fuji. As I say, it's just a case of getting clarification that the part is required, and then once we've got that information, then we send them a whole umbilical.
Okay, understood. I'm on it.
Anything else from your side, Fuji?
Actually, FKK, end of this month, they planning to the place assessment testing whole 1 week, long run testing. So I asked them Lake Wizard about we may need to on-site support. So Rick, now he vacation. So
yeah, most of them. Rick has reached out to me and Todd asking what our thoughts are with regards to support due to the criticality of that event. So I've yet to go back to him. I'm not in any particular rush to go back just yet because it's obviously July 4th holiday this week, Fuji, so most of them are off anyway.
Okay.
But we have got it in our sights, and yeah, I mean DK's reached out to me about it as well. So yeah, we'll see what we can do from an availability point of view, because the issue is there's a lot going on towards the end of July, but we might not have a choice. So I think the other thing that needed confirming was, is it 2 weeks starting the week commencing the 21st, or is it 1 week starting the week commencing the 28th? Is the other thing that you need to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm done. DK, how about you?
Yeah, okay. China was quiet today. Just one, without any T&M, the customer to order the parts. They have signed the quotation already. So, this case only for the parts order only. So, in the drop and hardware queue, and I have taken, and the parts also order is by the CSR already. So when the parts arrive, the custom side will be closed this case. Yeah.
Hey.
Thank you.
Okay, Antonio will leave David and Melter to last because he's joined now, so I'm sure he wants to talk about that. So Antonio, do you want to kick us off with anything else other than Melter that you're up at the minute?
I was in contact with David this morning. We are talking about Melter. So yeah, David, I think he's there, no, David? You can update maybe.
Yes, I am. I've not mentioned maybe.
I don't know.
David at the end, Antonio, and do Melter at the end. I was saying, is there anything else first?
I do everything my boss asks me.
What else other than Melter's going on? Anything?
Not from my side. So just see there is a new cases for Pozzoni that Ahmed took.
Yeah. Yeah, they opened a case, Pozzoni, and they want somebody on site where the machine is printing. But this, he said to me that they want somebody on site to investigate. They have a carryover. They want to check the catchers. They have, I think, paint defects or. Static and dynamic stitches cannot be performed. I would like to check because I couldn't log in. I couldn't use the Prosper log viewer just to see what happened exactly yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that yesterday. As I say, it did seem to create the archive, but every time we tried to request it back from RSS, it was telling us there wasn't a new file, which was strange. I don't know if I can get into PLV yet. What the hell?
So they performed backflash multiple times, looks like.
I cannot get to log viewer. Can anyone else get to log viewer? What's the case number as well for that one? Sorry, Ahmed, because by sound of things, that's multiple cases.
Yeah, it's 103 553.
Need to get Google Translate up again. They need at least 3 cases there by the looks of it.
Yeah, from Tuesday, Wednesday, and today.
Okay, so let's start by going back to customer service and telling them that, well, I should tell them, has anyone managed to get into log view yet? Sure. Can you share your screen for us, Axel, please?
Yeah, it's Botsoni, machine number 8152.
Sequence map for the day?
For yesterday.
Yeah, start for
Yeah, yeah.
yesterday, please. Oh, sorry, I was on the screen. So can you find what we were looking for yesterday, Ahmed?
Well, they performed the dot flush and they start having
MU issues, weren't it?
multiple issues. I think they start having. He said to me that the liquid went to the negative blower and the filter and probably that went to the line head.
You can just scroll down until you start seeing state 30s. There's one state 30 above.
It's above. Yeah.
But he's saying negative blower error on magenta B tower 2 is what he's saying.
That's correct. In magenta.
So let's keep going further, then pass that one, please.
Today they opened the case for black. So we did it as a dog flush on black as well.
That's black one.
Yeah.
There's a duck flushing, but yeah, let's just keep going until we see the magenta going to a duck flush, magenta tower 2.
Yeah.
There's C.
It's magenta.
Yeah, that's magenta. C's gone into a duck flush there. Not B. Okay, let's. So that looks as though when they probably got back up and printed and we were logged in, Ahmed.
Yeah, it was around 10 o'clock.
Okay. They didn't even do a duck flush on the one they're complaining about, or they were complaining about yesterday. So just go through what he said to you again, Ahmed. He said he got what? Did he say he got storage fluid during a duck flush up the negative tube, or?
Yeah. So he said when he did the duck flush, I think the storage went to the negative blower, and then to the filters. And
right. So you don't need to keep going any further, Axel. Go back up to that magenta that went into duck flush, please. Just wondering if that's the one, whether it is C that was having NBUs or B that was having NBUs.
If you have storage going up the pipe to the negative blowers, that means you're not connected on.
Yes, correct. That's what I mean. It's as if they've put the wrong one into duck flush. They put one into duck flush and still got the negative venturi connected. Okay, so negative, positive blower and stable error there on D. Can you just do a search, control find, Axel for negative, and then we'll just scroll through the negative blower errors. One cyan B. One cyan B.
Next one?
yeah.
Two magenta F. Two magenta F. Two magenta F. Two 1KE. 1KE. 2 MD. 2 MD. 2 MD. 2 MD. 2 MF. And that's probably past when we were involved, so it doesn't look like 2MB even had an NBU yesterday, so what they've reported seems to be bollocks to start off with. So can you now please go back previous until you get to the first 2MD one?
Previous.
Yeah. 2MD, 2MD, 2MD. Right, so that appears to be the first one. So did they just get this, the first one here? Let's just scroll down now and see where they actually do. So they have an MBU. They do a service clean. What's that, state 6? Just hover over that, state 6 for us.
Yeah, can you put the cursor?
Yeah, you might have to click in it first.
And cross flush.
Cross flush. Because they got a negative transducer range error. Okay, so it goes into cross flush, keep coming down. Then it goes MBU, positive blower unstable error then. So they go from cross flush to positive blower unstable to performing a duct flush in 2 minutes. Quite quick unless they've got all the stuff by the side of the press ready.
So it sounds like they've pressed duct flush rather than duct clean.
Yeah.
But how do you then click step up on that without noticing that you've accidentally gone into duct flush?
Yeah, because the first thing it asks you to do is disconnect the Venturi and connect your pipe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, so the other point we can raise there, in all fairness as well, is the fact that they've not done a shutdown before the duct flush. But it's not in line with process straight away.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think if there's any other data points to see what happened there. Don't know that there is. You almost have to see, you almost want to see by seconds now when the MBU happened. And then when they start, press the duct flush button. Blah, blah, blah. So what else happened? What drove them to? It was just consecutive MBUs, was it, that drove them? Just go up again and see what started this on position 1D, magenta D. They were in ready. They had a negative blower unstable error. They do a service clean, which then kicks them into cross flush. They then got a positive blower unstable error. They then decide to do a duct clean. So again, I mean, they're not in line with the recovery procedures.
Well, have they got the positive blower because they've done duct flush? Is that the other way around? And then it's stopped on positive blower. The duct flush has stopped on positive blower.
Come
down a little bit.
Yes, go down the axle.
So they're in cross flush there, and they get a negative air transducer range error, sorry.
Yeah, they had a positive blower in 850.
Yeah, is that before or after they did? Is that
Well,
before
before
they
the
did?
duct flush.
It seems to be that to me appears to be the reason why we went into system recovery from from a cross flush, Stuart. Because that's 850.10 that we get the positive blower unstable error, and then at 851 we're now in a duct flush. The pressure minor failure detected. And how long does it stay in duct flush for before it errors?
Yeah, let's go down, Axel. Yeah.
Well, stay there. It stays
go
in
down.
for quite a while, which be a lot of fluid going up the negative tube into the blower there, wouldn't there?
I mean, it takes a good minute for it to start blowing fluid anyway. Yeah, generally, by the time you step up, you can do a slow walk to the back of Cyan and fluid still isn't flowing.
Yeah. Right, okay, so I don't think there's anything necessarily clear cut here. A mistake like that was made, but I think the two bits we can reiterate is that we can clearly see that they're not following the process again here. So I put a comment in the feed to customer service and Amalia asking, saying the fact that I think there should be 3 cases here. Say 3. Go back to it. I was on the wrong case now. Yeah, 3 cases. For me, there should be at least 3 cases there. They could have 1 case for the 2 issues on Black Towel 1. And then there needs to be 1 for the camera board issue, and then there needs to be another 1 for Reg and Stitch. Now, they might end up being related, but for me, they need to open 3 cases. So I've asked Amalia and customer service who's going to take responsibility for doing that for the customer, basically. But you say at the minute, as usual, they're running.
Yes, they're running, yes. I can see that they're printing at a speed of 170 meter per minute.
Okay, so okay, so can you share your screen then, Ahmed?
Yeah.
So if you go to the file transfer icon on RSS itself.
In RSS?
Yeah. If you go to the top of the RSS window. Right, don't just let go of control at the minute.
Okay.
Close that window so you don't interfere with him for a minute.
Okay.
Close it.
Which window? The VNC?
The RSS, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, you mean I quit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Log back into RSS and log in with capital RSS. Who's this that's fucking WhatsApping me for his son? Mom, yeah.
Okay, so So the transport stopped.
So you're in with just RSS now, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, looks as though you can't do a file transfer like that, by the looks of it. Shit, that didn't work.
Yeah. I need to log in, I think, with the...
Alright, so log in with RSS, but try and keep your cursor on the edges of the screen so it doesn't actually interfere with their cursor.
Yeah. So I can't click on anything.
So close it, open again as Kodak RSS, and make sure you keep your cursor out of their window if possible.
Oh, so if you log in with RSS,
Yeah.
all capitals, it's just view only, is it?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't know that.
Yeah.
So...
Is that in moving it, yeah?
Yeah. So that is me now. I'm moving the cursor.
Right, so this is what I'm saying. Try and be. I don't want you moving his cursor, so try and keep on the outside edges of the screen if possible. I mean.
Okay.
Right, so yeah, go right up to the top, across the top of the menu bar on RSS itself. Come down to the file transfer. Come across 3 to the right.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. Right, come into that window. So on a remote computer, C drive, I think. Program data. Kodak. Up 720. Messages. Look for...
Today's?
Yeah, let's look for today's messages, because I want to see what they're on about with Reg and Stitch. So take yesterday and today's.
Okay, I'm not sure if I can transfer, but oh yeah.
You can, yeah, you can. But you might have to and then just find somewhere on your computer where you can transfer them.
Yeah. Okay, I will transfer them here. Okay, it says failed.
Oh.
Rob, just while Ahmed's doing that, you asked in the Abbey View if a test survey and media arrived. Is that the test kit from Doug that you're talking about and the dongle? Yeah, that's all there.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, right, okay.
So the dongles is what I asked him to put something in with, because they were in a DHL bag, and that's what he's turned around and said, no, he's put in with everything else. So he's mixed them in with the installed media, and the kit arrived on Friday, according to Enrique, and he's put it in the cage.
Okay. All right. Because obviously I'm keeping you out of that Gecko one, so what I might do is try and get you back up there for just a couple of days next week, Stuart, to one, get that set up, and also to go through and install this software and get this test pattern, this Videc image quality pattern, installed on the system that's got the artifact monitor configured.
Okay, that'll be pressed
we've got that in place and see what actually happens with that.
Yeah.
It does make me nervous how easy it's going to be to set up, if I'm honest with you, Stuart, because although the functionality's there, none of us have ever used it.
Yeah.
So, and obviously it might be very soon if they actually turn back and answer us. We might, and I've told Scott this already, just to give him forewarning, but I says, bear in mind, we might give them this functionality and then within a couple of days we might turn around and say that the Videc's now end of service.
Okay.
We've got no choice from a parts obsolescence point of view. By the looks of things.
Well, yeah. I mean, all their operators seem convinced they're getting a separate camera system anyway.
Right, okay. Fingers crossed.
Oh, yeah. We're still not sure why the two systems that were previously attached to them didn't come with them. Because both the Lettershot Group and Miele in Germany both had separate camera systems attached to them.
Yeah, correct.
So
they're
we're still...
shit, not ours.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okie. While we're doing this then, I mean, Amalia's messaged me on WhatsApp asking, just only he's open 3 calls in 2 days, he wants to know how you can fix from remote a capture leakage and a problem they are facing with how long do you expect the remote triage to take before deciding if a field tech has to be dispatched? Sorry, via WhatsApp. And just said, Amalia, this is the process we have to follow. The remote triage needs to happen before a dispatch is organised. If they don't allow this, their GP will drop and we will put their costs up further. It's simple. I'll also be noting to them that they're not following procedures correctly. Likely, if this continues, we'll impose an investigation into the issues. So, obviously, anyone that didn't know, we have also dispatched Peter. We dispatched Peter last night to go down to Clay's. Now, he has tried to make it clear to them that the purpose of Peter going down there at this point in time is not to work on and resolve their issue, Ahmed, because they requested a parts-only order. So my assumption is their intent is for their engineer to fit those parts. Okay?
Yes, I read it in the feed.
Yeah, so the intent of Peter going down there is to help us understand what's going on with their excessive parts usage. Yeah, and I did have a look and copied a bit out the T's and C's by the looks of things. If we deem there is excessive parts usage there and potentially it's failings on the customer, there'll be a 60-day period imposed where the customer will have to work with us to improve those things, which for me, thinking about them, it would mean, for example, if we find out other engineers are changing those parts and not Gary, the only solution they've got for that is to send someone on training, which isn't going to happen. And if not, if nothing changes within those 60 days, then basically we will increase our customers' costs. So.
Yeah, okay.
It should just, if you just double click it should open, I think, with...
What?
Just...
What?
No, just click off it a sec. Just double click it to open it. Why is yours going like that?
Yeah, I need to select.
Right, yeah, do it within the Explorer maybe. Or... Edge, just do Edge.
Yeah, I tried with Edge, it didn't work. No.
Understand why it's opening like that. Has it stopped at the minute?
The printing, no, they're printing. One. Yes, 10, so.
No, I'm not ready.
Same as clean.
Let me see if I can do it a different way. Isn't it? Keep your screen up because it'll be interesting to see what happens when I do this. Where is it? Quick. Properties, system change. Let me run this task quickly. See what happens. Give it a minute. Gonna see if I can pull a dark report back under the covers. Right, I don't want to own anyone else on here because obviously we're not getting much of a collaboration here. So everyone else can drop off. I'll just hang on with you a second. See if I can get this back, and we'll have a look for what those messages were. Guys, you can all drop off if you want. It's fine.
What about David and Antonio's call?
Cool.
Who's leaving?
Melter, sorry.
You said,
Later.
yeah, you said leave it to the end of the call. So
I mean, you can talk about it at the minute, but I tell you what, you guys go off and talk about that one and collaborate between you. I'll continue working with Hamid on this one at the minute. So obviously, we'll leave Hamid with this one at the moment. He's not going to get anything the way the conversations are going at the moment. So and I'll touch base with you after, David, if that's all right.
Yep. Okay.
Cheers.
Okay.
Okay, cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Just for now. Bye bye.